Hello, my name is David Hone. I'm the Senior Climate Change Advisor in Shell's Group CO2. I'd like to spend a few minutes with you today to talk about Shell's involvement with Robert Swan, with 2041 and the Antarctica. Starting with the Antarctica, surprisingly, our link goes right back to the Scott expedition a century ago, where thanks to Robert, we know that Scott used Shell Spirit to help power his journey. More recently, in the 1980s, Shell was one of the companies behind Robert's own expedition to the South Pole. And in 2009, I was very fortunate to join Robert's expedition to Antarctica as the climate change speaker. This was an amazing opportunity and one that I was very keen to share with other people in Shell. And so again in 2009 and more recently in 2010, my colleague Martin Hay from Shell's Scenario team and Bill Spence, my colleague in Group CO2, also joined expeditions as the climate change speakers. And on the 2010 expedition, Shell was able to sponsor 2 people from here in the Middle East to join that expedition as well. And I understand it was a huge success. I think all of the people that have been part of that want to share that success further. And so we've invited Robert here today to talk with everybody. But why do we want to do this? What is it about Robert's view of the world and Shell's view of the world that are similar, and why do we want to have a link? Well, it's really that Robert's view of sustainable energy is very similar to ours. We recognise that our energy system must change, that we must have an energy system that doesn't interfere with the climate, and that change needs to start now. It needs a lot of investment, a lot of changes in the policy that govern the energy system, and a lot of changes in companies like Shell. And that change, I think, is underway, and that's one of the reasons why Robert's here today. But the second reason, and really one of the very compelling reasons for going to Antarctica, is to recognise the value of ecosystems and the importance of the preservation of ecosystems. I think as a company, we're increasingly recognising that this is very much part of the projects that we are part of the investments that we make, and part of the energy infrastructure that we build for the future. Preservation of ecosystems is vital, just as important as the emissions that contribute to climate change and the other environmental impacts that we have. So I hope you have a good day with Robert. I think he's an intriguing speaker and a very interesting person, and the messages that he brings might sound different to the ones that you hear in Shell, but really they have the same fundamental meaning. So thank you very much and enjoy the day. Thank you.